Hey, this is Amani with Build Brothers, and today I'm inspecting a roof in the Pacific Beach area that connects 4 cottages and one business. Happens to be a salon. For these inspection videos, we always like to start underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the wood condition. Now the eaves consist of, we have the rafter tails, we have the starter boards, and normally we have a fascia board on the outside, but in this case it's missing. This roof does have drip edge. Drip edge is that metal flashing that goes along the perimeter and allows for the water to freely flow off so it doesn't soak into the wood. Something to note is I am seeing signs of wood rot underneath the eaves, so that'll definitely need to be addressed. Moving up to the roof, on the cottage side, there are 2 layers of asphalt shingle. And you can see how it sticks up on the end right there. And many areas of the shingles are starting to disintegrate. So you can take a look at the 2 layers on here on this corner. And these are absolutely falling apart, and you can actually see down to the wood right here. I also noticed that there are no ridge caps along the peaks. So I thought it was just this one area. No, there's no ridge cap on any of these ridges. So that area is completely open as well. All of the sealant on the penetrations has eroded, leaving them exposed to leaks. This one is actually intact, but majority of these are not. Another issue is that 2 satellite dishes have been bolted directly into the shingles. This type of installation is not recommended because every fastener hole creates a potential entry point for water. You can see how that's bolted directly in there. And I can give you an example of how it should be installed. This is installed on the wood underneath the eaves. That is correct. We can also see the amount of granule loss, the exposed nail heads. You can see that fiberglass starting to show through. And another thing I noticed is how the shingle courses are actually laid on. So this is done incorrectly, because you can see the seams don't line up properly. These are actually stretched. So that leaves the nails potentially exposed. You never want to see the shingle courses stretched like that. You want to make sure that these seams are directly on top of each other. Got another area. A lot of wear and tear on this roof. Another shingle course that's been blown off. We see on the back end here, these are beginning to fall off as well. Okay, so on the business side of the property, the roofing transitions into a torch down system that ties into a valley and also includes a skylight. So the torch down itself is in poor condition. I think this should be replaced along with this roof, right? For this section, I'd recommend installing a new TPO membrane system, which will provide better durability and water resistance compared to the existing material. The skylight curb, however, is still in good condition and can be reused. I don't see any issues with this. So that looks good. Another thing to note that's also important is because that there's 2 layers of shingles on the cottages, wood replacement is an unknown variable. So we won't be able to determine the full extent of any damaged decking until both layers of these shingles are removed. Any wood repair that would need to be addressed is done on a discovery basis during the tear-off process. As an Owens Corning preferred contractor, we install complete roofing systems that come with a 50-year product warranty backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. That way the property owner has peace of mind with the new roof that is covered by both the manufacturer and us. So overall, looking at this, well, with the failing shingles, missing ridge caps, eroded sealant, the satellite penetrations, and worn down torch sections, well, this roof is at the point where a full replacement is the best long-term solution. So what we want to do is tear this down, both layers down to the wood decking, address any rotten wood that needs to get replaced, put new Owens Corning shingles on here, and then we want to put a TPO membrane system on this. Another thing that will be added, you can see the gable vent on the side here. That allows for cool air to enter, but where does that cool air go? When it heats up, there's nowhere. So we want to add exhaust ventilation to this roof as well. What we're going to do is add O'Hagan vents along the ridgeline to allow that roof to breathe, so all that hot air can escape. All right, I will get this out. Thank you.